What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
What the hex is you guys talking about?
Good morning, you guys. When Bob's.
Look, we have an accountability to this community. Briss, Jim, Toby, us guys that have been in here from the beginning, spitting out a spleen, showing people what Hex is all about. We need to be accountable to our influence into the community and what we say and the things that we say. And we need to be careful. And when people say things like this, we need to address it. And we need to tell people that, hey, like Gary said, these things are for speculation. All of this stuff is speculation. And if one thing that one of us says gives people hope or false hope, or for instance, look how long it took Pulsechain to come out. If anybody told anybody out there, hey, you're going to make 100x next week because Richard's going to launch this thing, then you failed the community. You failed the people that you're speaking into's lives. And, you know, there's a lot of people that got wrecked because of it. There's a lot of people that over leveraged themselves waiting for this thing to come out for a few years. And now some of them are even waiting for it to pump.
The MC is more vocal. So when you're speaking a voice like that and you're selling over 100,000 albums, you're touching so many people. They're taking what you're saying to them and they're hoping that you are what you talk. And I say it to Guru every day, yo, let's be about everything we drop because we're going to get tested on it. If the people on the street don't test us on it, God's going to test us on it.
What the P-Hex?
What the EX?
What the P-Hex?
Let's fight.
P the Hex.
Enough. Welcome back, DJ. Nice to
Man,
see you. I remember you.
I'm back on the scene.
When you left, you were but a child, and now you've come back. Are you missing more hair on top, or are you just pulling it back more nowadays?
The older I get, a few
more forehead. See, I told you.
2 more weeks, and this will be all gone.
And you'll be joining the Bald Club like me.
Man,
Beautiful.
I'm around for Quattro Cinco. What can I do? What can I do?
Nice.
Oh man,
what did you bring me?
I've been gone 2 weeks. I can't leave you guys for 2 weeks, and my whole portfolio is wrecked.
What's a portfolio?
Wrecked. I got wrecked.
Like
I used to have what?
Yeah. No, my Ethereum side of the RH ecosystem used to be quite a substantial percentage of my whole crypto portfolio value, because it's not just the Hex. There's also the Hedron, the Icosa, the Waza, the
Calm. Don't forget the Calm.
The Calm. What else? The Maxi. All this. All this shit. And it's all connected to Hex. And of course, our supreme leader went on the Twitters, and down goes my bags.
You're bringing up old information.
I know, but I have copies. I'm still processing that.
Because you came back from your biz trip, and was ist das? Meine Portfolio ist gestunken.
Shit. Yeah, it's geschissen.
Well, you're so just in case any of you in the chat missed it since DJ's been away. Just in a couple of words, we must chill. Thank you.
Let me say hi to the chat.
Do that.
We got a Alan Faeman joining us first. Salute.
Hello.
Very
Alan.
nice. Why do the times they are a changing?
So we had a daylight savings thing, and then we figured hey, I don't want to get out of bed 1 hour earlier anymore because
Yeah.
in Hawaii we don't even observe daylight savings. So there's another good reason not, to move over here is fuck daylight savings. But given the choice, it's all me. Selfish me
It's the
decided
Papa's fault. So
we're gonna.
last
This
week
is
you
the
got up,
hour.
you fell out of bed early. This week we do it for you at the same time, and next
you.
week we will be in sync
Yay!
again. You know, it's always this 2 weeks difference. True
Always 2
Blue
weeks.
Hex Enthusiast is here. Good morning. Good morning. The Avalon fam is joining us. If the old man Papa B don't have energy to be awake for an hour longer, take a daily old man's nap.
You
But
know
it's the
what?
morning for you.
You know what? That is. I don't know if I can fit one more nap in the day. I'm mostly napping. I'm powered by a monster drink, which is going to kill me earlier. So I'm not going to be
Right.
so old when I die.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Archie.
But that's good. That's really good advice. Is take
Yeah,
a nap.
you see, people are concerned. People are worried. Archie S is here. We got a Wookiee on the chain. We got a Wookiee on the chain. Who else is here? Who's this guy? Oh, that's a spammer on the Twitch. So at least we got
Yay.
some robots watching us on Twitch.
Spammer.
That's
So
nice.
wait. Can we? I want to see this again. Let
You
me
want to
see.
see this? Oh, you don't want to see this.
Hello. Sorry for bothering you.
You have to
I
read it
want to
in an
offer a
Indian
promotion to your of your channel. Give me money and I can give you bots.
I can give you bots and then Polygon.
Polygon.
Paul Sachs checking in. We got Maddie watching us. Salute, Maddie. How you doing? I wonder how everybody has been holding up during all this. Cabana Crypto in the chat.
Hello,
Good to
Cabana
see you.
Crypto.
Woody 10K is here.
Wow, you all made it.
Maddie says HEX is like an Oregon Trail when your oxen dies, but it's still a bull market. I never played that game. Did you play that game, the Oregon Trail?
I played it with the clickety-clack
Clickety-clack
back
on
in the
the
day with
PC.
the green screen. Mostly I died of various diseases and snake bites. But it's,
Is that exciting? Yeah.
My jam back in those days, like just after Oregon Trail, and this is to show my age, which everybody knows is quite up there. My Cooliana was a game called Zork, which was another one of these things where you're tooling around in the dark. You go into a room and what do you want to do? And you type in the commands and you just have to use your imagination. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons before there was like the online video game type of stuff going on, networked whatever. You would go to your buddy's house with this stack of manuals and dice, and you would
Exactly.
get
Or
pizza
you would
and
find the hidden on page
Yes.
7, the hidden link to
the hidden thing. No, it was a game where you would roll the dice. It's like, okay, I'm going to give you the world's quickest Dungeons and Dragons game. Are you ready?
Righty.
Okay, DJ. You're gonna be the character. You're gonna be a fighter with alignment, chaotic neutral, and I'm gonna be the dungeon master. Are you ready to play the game?
Let's go.
Okay. You enter the room. You see nothing. What do?
Jump.
You roll the dice. Oh, you've fallen down a pit for 18,000 hit points of damage. You are fucking toast. You're dead.
These
The end.
text based like
No, imagination based.
Labia Kill was the one that we used to play. Do you know Labia Kill? Have you heard of that?
Labia kill? I do that every night, buddy. Woo! Kill the labia.
What the hex?
What the hex?
Man. You see, Miss Avalon, I'm telling him this all the time. Stop these shit drinks. It's not healthy. In Austria, here in Europe, there are clinics that specialized on people overdosing Red Bull. It's not good.
There was a man. Okay, so my wife wakes me up the other day. Wakes me up out of bed
From the nap.
Wake up. Yeah, from my fifth nap. Wake up. What's going on? A man in the UK, she says, who drinks 2 liters of monster drink per day, just was admitted to a hospital having passed out.
Right.
And I'm like, first of all, woman, I don't drink it every day. Second of all, a liter of it, 2 liters of it is 4 of these energy drinks per day, which is ridiculous. One is just plenty. I sip it, and I just fucking stop talking about the energy drinks. Thank you very much.
Papa rolled the dice.
Yeah, Papa rolled it with Roman soldiers.
But back to the topic. Not many understand Hex is a spiritual thing. It's a soul thing. It's very true.
It's a living thing.
Shout out to Hex on air.
It's a terrible thing to
So have we as a community digested this now and the
yeah, you missed all the stuff blowing
No,
over.
I watched it all unfold on Twitter and I was
You did, but you weren't in the thick of it. So now it's up to us to recap you.
Yes. So
All right, here we go. Ready? Okay, here we go.
Hex is a wreck thing.
Hey,
why
DJ.
did he do this? Where are we moving forward? Like, we got copies, so it's whatever. But I wanted a double. I didn't want just a copy. I wanted a double.
You wanted a double. So you wanted to scheme. You wanted to make your play, and then you wanted to publicize. Yeah, it was.
I'm promoting this shit for 4 years. I
Not
deserve
you.
a double.
Listen carefully, meine
We
Freund.
can never have nice things.
Listen.
Yes.
You don't. I don't. First of all, you were a good little hexagon and you were staked.
Yes.
So
11 and a half years, 95%.
Yes. So you threw in with that philosophy as I did. And I was discussing this with Peter last week.
Yes.
It really doesn't matter to the people that are staked. It doesn't matter because you couldn't have done anything anyway.
No.
And if you early unstaked, guess what? You're breaking the truth engine. And you're paying the price. And those penalties flow into my stakes.
Yes.
Fine.
Mine
okay.
too.
So let me explain this. If you were all staked out and if you bought into that whole thing, this thing would have washed over. For those that had liquid bags, we're not getting any 38%, 37%, 36%, what be it as it may, AP.
No, we had 60 hex per t-shirt payout on that day. It was crazy.
Yes, which shows that people were EESing like motherfuckers, right?
Like crazy.
Yes.
Like
Crazy.
I'm making that what I made that day usually in a whole month.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
So guess what?
Yeah.
You're doing it right in a certain sense, right?
Yeah, well.
This is supposed to stay your hand. It's supposed to keep it out of your mitts. You
presses
blow
down.
over bear markets. What?
What is worth getting 60 a day when it's not worth much?
Let me explain something to you. Your quantity counts now for now, just like you said. Yes.
Yeah.
Quantity. Keep accumulating hex to stay above the inflation rate. And how do you do that? You either trade and lose your bag or you stake. Now, if you would have swapped sides early on and then been vocal about, EHEX is not the way, come over here, and already have been acquiring a position, then I say, you disingenuous fuck, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It's kind
So
of a bit of the arguments I was having.
Yeah,
on the Hex,
as far as my philosophy goes, and it's always been this way.
Yeah.
And a very great teacher once told me, in the middle is where things happen. The middle is a dynamic place to be. Now on our beautiful parabola of smart people and dumb people, and in the middle, those are the people that doubt Hex. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you stay the course, you use the system as it was intended, you got your copy, you're gonna do okay. But I want to do better than everyone else. Someone's always got more than you. So just chill. For example,
I've got
a lot more than DJ. I'll be more successful than DJ in life, in looks, in bed, everything. But he can't do anything about that. So
Labia
okay.
kill. No, yeah. I like Plato's children here. Richard is known, our supreme leader. He's known to play some kind of a 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D chess. That is 60. One of the no 6D. Okay.
No. Wait. Length, width, height.
That is the bra size. What is that?
Length, no,
double
length.
A?
No. Hold on. These are the dimensions, right? Length,
Right.
width, right? Length, width, height.
Girth.
No, not girth. And then I think the fourth dimension is time.
Okay.
Time. So after you go past time, you can create four-dimensional objects. And then the fifth dimension, I don't even know the fifth dimension. Do you know the fifth dimension?
No.
The thing that Spock plays on Star Trek is 3-dimensional chess, not 4D chess. I don't know how our nomenclature turned into 5D chess all of a sudden. And now you're taking it to 6D. Let's make it 70.
6D.
70 chess.
No, but that's one of the theories that I put out on my Twitter, because we're treading on eggshells here. Like, we're.
Yes.
But anyway, no, because nobody watches this show, so we can't.
Nobody watches this show. Why would they?
We might as well. I was thinking, because I was observing of the space as I always do, and we had the BitBoy guy coming in talking about only holding EHEX, nothing Pulsechain, and also not staking. And then we had Donovan who also was just talking about not staking, even though that was one of the attempts we tried as we had him on the show. I think 90, if you watch that stream, it wasn't too much chilling his thing. It was 95% of the time us schooling him on that most people can't time the market like that. So staking might be a good idea or a solution to that problem. And maybe Richard was watching all this stuff and that he sensed a disturbance in the force, if you will, leaning more towards Ethereum hacks with all these big name influences. That he maybe felt the urge to do something.
I think you're right with that.
But it's just a theory.
But let's call it supporting data was the amount of financial width, girth, and height that was going to Ethereum, where that could have been mathematically and on a daily basis. It turns out to be big bucks, so it probably should be spent better on the Pulsechain side.
That is for sure. Like one big reason he always mentioned back then, when it wasn't just the staking fees and the unstaking fees. One of his big arguments to doing our own blockchain was that because of the high transactions, so much money, millions of dollars during the first 2-3 years of Hex have been spent towards the Ethereum miners back then. Wasn't even validating, was mining. And he said it might be smart to keep that energy, that money that we're spending within our own circles. Like that was always a big
but the problem
argument.
Okay, so I want to can we, because that's his ancient history and people on the show lived through it when you were away. Can we look at this?
It's not ancient. That's a week ago.
No, in crypto, it's ancient. It's like 5 generations ago.
Peter was doing his victory lap.
No, I don't know who Peter is. He's dust and bones right now. But let me tell you. Let's look at this as a different twist on this right now.
Yes.
My own opinion, which counts for nothing when it comes to finances and your specific finances.
Here's the banner. Nothing.
Nothing.
Who are we? Nobody watches the show. We're not
financial. We're not online. We are totally doing this together. It's just a phone call. It's just you and me. So check it out.
Buy my shitcoin.
Buy my shitcoin. Okay. So check this out.
Yes.
All right. So yes, you can rip the Band-Aid off. You can pull the calf from the teat, so to speak. You can get the shit over and then live a more, go down a much better path. Okay. I call on the community to make, and don't talk to me about all these clickety clacks that you have to do to get onto these up and coming, non-proven, non-open source, non-transparent type of ways that newbies have to bridge their assets over or do cross-chain swaps.
Yep.
Make this a fucking walk in the park to come on to Pulsechain, and I guarantee you, well, I don't guarantee anything, but I'm telling you, I think that it's going to be much easier to bring in the new money, which we don't want to keep masturbating in our own little, own little ecosystem.
Yeah.
We got to inspire other people to
Yes, we
see
need to
things
onboard.
how we love it over here and how
Yeah,
cheap it
we
is.
don't want to just trade
Yeah.
with each other all the time. We
Yes.
need
Yes.
fresh blood.
Yes, but
Let's
case
grow
in
this
point,
thing.
yeah. But case in point, when security is concerned, people are clamoring for, I want to do the easy now. Easy. It has to be easy. And my onboards can't do hardware wallet. They don't understand how to use it. To click the two button and pushing. It's too much. So there are always, other things that are kind of coming out with new gimmicks that claim to be easier, more convenient. It uses the phone that's in your pocket or bullshit like that.
Yeah.
But no, it's got to be tons easier and fun with great interfaces to be able to get your cash from your bank into Pulsechain.
Fun,
Period.
like this show.
Yes, fun. I'm not having
Sometimes.
fun. We're talking crap.
But the numbers, though, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Even
Look
if
at
we're
that.
looking at Pulschain, so we pledged to no longer talk about Hex Classic anymore.
I
Did we do
know.
that, or-
I didn't.
No?
I pledged nothing. I
You
will
pledged
keep track
nothing?
of that until the day I 15.2 year end my
Until
stake.
I EES.
Yes.
So this is
No.
like the 7-day price performance. Okay, if I make this to 24 hours, it's slightly better because ink, but it's still it's like terrible. These are double-digit corrections. If we look at the charts, this is Pulsechain. If you run this on the daily, what I like about this is the day where it all happened. It with a crazy wick, the pulse side clipped up to 3 zeros and a 2 on
Woohoo!
Pulsechain. Like this gives you an indicator of what can happen, what is possible, and this goes for all of them. EHEX, PHEX,
EX, yes.
came close to 3 cents on that day. And
Wow.
most amazing, I found, because that's my biggest bag, is Pulse X, which eclipsed a 0.
I call bullshit. These wicks. What are you? What?
Yeah,
why are
but-
you dragging us through? What's the point of? Look, we wicked up to.
Point is
blah,
the
blah.
future is bright.
Oh, the future's bright.
Is the
I get it.
point.
I like that.
Don't fear.
No.
We all gonna make it.
Tranquilo, por favor.
Ecstatic guy says you are stupid. Thank you.
Oh, you know what?
I'll
you know
take
what?
that as a compliment.
You know what, Hexstatic guy? It's you guys's.
You messed up, friend.
You done messed up,
You
stupid.
messed up.
Wait,
No, but it's-
who are you referring to, by the way? Does this also apply to the ladies in the chat or just the guyses?
It's just the guys, I guess.
Just the guyses are stupid. Okay.
But yeah, so how do we recover from this?
We already
Like,
did.
We already did.
We turn off.
Oh my god.
We go walk outside. We go, as KDP says, touch grass.
No, the other guy said this. Sami.
No, Katie said that on her stream.
Oh my god. But why did people emergency end stake on Pulsechain?
Because
What was that?
because of the wonderful things he does. Okay.
The magic rug pull.
When okay, so
Guys,
DJ, have you ever you live in Germany, so you've never lived through an earthquake
What?
before.
I live in Switzerland now.
Do you really? Oh, nice.
No.
Okay. So anyway, Mr. I live somewhere in
Yes.
Europe. Have you ever lived through an earthquake before?
No.
But you've been to San Diego, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
you've been
lived.
to LA.
I was there when there were wildfires.
Wildfires. Oh,
That
okay,
was
okay.
scary. Some scary
Yeah,
shit.
That's
on the
scary shit.
highway.
Okay, so
On the
let's give the
highway.
wildfire analogy.
Okay.
You can prepare for wildfires to go out of control, and everyone is educated on here's what you do, here's what you don't do, right?
Right.
But when it happens, all shit breaks loose, and there's like other things that happen, and fingers pointed, and hysteria, and crazy people coming out of the mountains going, you know, I told you so, you're supposed to live up here in the woods. Oh shit, it's on fire too. So that happens. All sorts of stuff happens, and in the market, which is a highly speculative type of thing with 150,000 people. What the hex? Thank you, Crispy.
Shout out to Crispy, man.
Yep.
Grandpa Pulse said he lived through earthquakes, so there's someone who
Very good. 7.4. I got you beat, Grandpa Pulse. I was in
Nagasaki.
Tokyo during it. I was in Tokyo during the 9.0.
Oh.
And I'm from LA originally, and I've lived on the Ring of Fire for my entire life. I'm still on the Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I've never been scared in my life of an earthquake like I've been scared in a 9.0 that lasted over 4 minutes.
The shit's legit.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, that the EES knock on the Pulse side looked for opportunities to trade into other assets in the ecosystem. I believe that this has been proven on chain, right? People just say, I don't know if this entire hex thing is contaminated or not. Can I make some margin here? Is there an opportunity to do something more than this? My emergency end stake is almost mature, and I totally forgot to check that it was a big payday stake, but early end stake button push. And then guess what? Pow. Huge knock-on effect. It just rocked the entire freaking, both sides of the mirrored asset. So it's normal.
What is it with these lettuce hands?
What is it with the lettuce hands?
I mean, we're streaming here for years. We're telling everybody how this works, and
we don't tell everybody how it works. We examine it and we say what we like. That's it. I don't teach anybody how it works. How it works, stake it and go away.
It's the big shake out. Like for 3 years, we're shaking out. Shake it.
Yeah. You know what? I told my friend who's like all nervous. One of my onboards calls me up. He's like, "Oh, what's going on?" I said, "You know what? Your wife is going through labor. You're that close to the bull run. Do you want to do an emergency C-section at 8.5 months when she doesn't need it? No. Let her hold the damn thing to term and let her give natural childbirth and maybe an epidural or two, and then out comes your beautiful, healthy child, and your mother is, the mother of your child, your wife, is going to be fine." He's like, "Oh, okay." No, don't be like Caligula who says, like, 3 months in, I want to see my kid. No, don't do that. That's an EES.
Oh man, I didn't like the ESing. I didn't like the infighting. I didn't like the victory rounds of people. See, I always told you. Like they couldn't manage to convince anyone. It needed Big Papa Richard to come out to say something, and
it wasn't that.
But it shows that the kind of power he yields to the markets and to the price chart. This is it's interesting. It's interesting.
Well, think about when that message can be used at a calculated time for the right things, right?
Exactly.
For good. And I don't doubt that Richard thinks very carefully about what he types. I don't doubt it for a second.
Oh,
his effect is gauged through his internal, soft brain computer, and
the Red Bull,
and he knows what he's doing. So when he does it could be a warning shot. It could be a corralling of the sheep. It could be, projecting out 4D chess bullshit. It could be all sorts of wonderful things. Stay the course. Don't EES. Oh, the EES wave is over. So if you didn't DES, congratulations, you're still here.
You're still here. Cojones.
Yes. Have some.
Now we support Richard in whatever direction he's going. That's just us. But still, for me, this was a bit of a drastic thing, and that needs a bit of time to process. I can't just switch that easy. I need to. I'm German too. Like this is not, it's not
Your
in
wife,
with
your
the
wife,
new, out with the old. That's very American.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if for us is like, like
Yeah.
that's
Well,
we need to.
Your wife tells you that she's gay and wants to change sexes at 40 years of marriage. It's normal.
Yeah,
Just get over it and say, all right, what do I do? Get on the dating site. No problem. Done.
Great, like Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh man. So shall we? What else shall we look at? Shall we look at greater crypto stuff, bigger
Well,
crypto?
tell me, you were gone for 3 weeks.
I was gone. I was on work related though. So
Well, it's traditional that you should bring back some souvenirs for me. So what did you bring me?
Ooh. Caught out on that one.
Yes.
No, I'm bringing the good vibrations back to the back
good
to the show. I'm
vibrations.
trying.
Oh.
No, I was in
Whatever will I do with all these
Berlin.
good vibrations?
Then I was in Vienna. And actually, next week I'll be gone again. So you guys have to
You will
enjoy another solo episode with Peter
What?
and Papa B. I'll be in Paris, France next week.
We'll
and
always
then
have Paris.
and then I'm back for good. And then I'm not going anywhere. We got 78 people watching. I think that's a new record for our small time What the Hex channel. Please smash the likes, subscribe. We're gaining like 10 subscribers a week, which is, we're very grateful, but we could do better. So please ring the bell, do all that good stuff. Let me check real quick on the X, on the Twitter, because we're also live streaming there. There we have 50 people watching. So okay,
How many people?
50 on the X, but
What?
almost 70 on or 80 on YouTube. That's crazy.
That's not. Wait.
You're crazy.
What the?
130
What
people.
the hex?
Salute.
Wow.
Salute you guys.
We're
We
deeply
appreciate
grateful.
that.
And you know what? Thank you for. This is like PBS thanking you into the camera. Thanks to viewers like you, we can bring you this absolute fucking gutter trash of a show. Thank you.
You've reached the ebbs of the internet. This is like the worst thing that you.
But we've got.
you could ever watch.
You guys have subscribed. Our subscriber count is freaking amazing based on this show. Thank you.
It's through the roof. I just
Spread
put our
spread the
Telegram.
word.
The Telegram link is in the chat, so please do join that. And the original idea of this programming of sorts was that this is actually your show. We are just the sock puppets who are on the screen, but it's your topics, your questions on security, whatever it is that you like us to dwell on, and throw us a bone is basically what I'm trying to say. So please join our Telegram, and if there's anything that that you think we should cover, please put it in there and we'll gladly do so. We got a joke from Bob Leguy.
Oh.
And the 6-year-old are in their room one morning. The 6-year-old tells the 4-year-old, I think it's time we start cussing. And the 4-year-old says, yeah, I'm down with that. So the 6-year-old says, well, you say ass and I'll say hell. All right. So they got the plan together. They go down for breakfast. The mom asks the 6-year-old and says, what do you want for breakfast? He says, what the hell? I'll take some Cheerios. And the mom's eyes light up. She's coming after him. He can see her coming after him. So he starts running, but she catches him. She's swatting that ass all the way into his room, and she gets him into his room. She says, you stay in there. You don't use that kind of language. She comes back down, and the 4-year-old's still sitting in the kitchen, and she goes, well, what do you want for breakfast? He goes, I'm not sure, but you can bet your fat ass it ain't Cheerios.
Well done. That's an oldie but goodie.
Oldie but a goodie.
It's an oldie but goodie. So Richard is tweeting again. Let me pull that up real quick. So just today, he is like, let me enhance. Gold just made an all-time high. S&P 500 made an all-time high. Bitcoin made one last week. That was crazy. 73.7K Bitcoin is beautiful. But, and here comes the kicker, Ethereum hasn't made its new all-time high yet. And in another tweet, he says, I really like Ethereum, And it's most likely that the next coin in the world to be that gets the ETF.
Not so
And
fast.
also and this I find a bit cheeky, that he appreciates the dev work that's going into Ethereum, because sure enough, we get all that, a copy of that work, also improving Pulsechain at the same time, so whatever they are coming up with in Ethereum, I think he can then, or not him, but his dev team and whatever, can then choose, okay, we're forking this improvement, we're not doing that. I think it's very flexible, but it's a bit of in a way piggybagging of all that good work
Excuse me, piggybagging?
Piggybagging of that work
piggybacking.
What?
You don't piggy bag. You piggy. Are you sure No, it's piggyback.
Piggybacking.
Yes, piggyback is when you carry somebody on your back. Piggyback. Don't you know that?
No.
In the Germans, they don't have the piggyback.
We don't have this piggyback. No.
Piggy bag does not exist. It's like you capture a pig in a bag. That doesn't. No, that's not the figure of speech.
Did I say pinky bag?
You said stinky bag, which is another thing that I know a lot about.
Wow, we got 90 people watching. Smash the likes. And then he's shilling the bridge, of course. So we need people to,
the bridge.
Cross the bridge. And
crossing the bridge from the Ethereum side is not so cheap right now.
I know.
But coming back is very inexpensive. So we gotta swap that type of thing. That's what I was saying before. Yeah. The cross chaining must awaken.
It must. And one good site to always check out is the Hex Scout. German engineered onboarding masterpiece. So if you're new, if you want to get involved with Hex and Pulschain and all that good stuff, check out hexscout.com. It has easy steps for the beginner, for the more advanced crypto person. So that's a good way to start.
I want to shout out, because we have Crispy Man here. I want you to also take a look at hexfire.io.
Yes,
that is turning out to be a freaking jaw dropper of an analysis tool. If you want to really see the inner workings of what's going on and how complex the mathematics is, to make it all plain and simple for you, so you can capitalize on it. Hexfire.io is your place.
Yes. And he has a lot of free stuff, because he has this Patreon thing going now. So he has a lot of free stuff for the everyday user. But if you want to go really deep, you can subscribe to his Patreon and get even more charts.
Yes.
Go do that. And since we're on the shill train,
there's
also
here it comes.
Crypto Sparbuch, is who is hosting a seminar in Amsterdam and in Munich this summer. And the Munich one, I may or may not be outside the conference also, if you want to come down, take a picture.
Outside. So you'll be sitting there like, signing autographs, waving, kissing babies.
Kissing babies. That's kind of...
And they're going to be inside teaching people about the Hex.
About the Hex and how to get involved. We need to be the onboarding. Got to support the onboarders. Speaking of onboarding, let's onboard a good friend of the show.
Toby won. I dye my beard, Hexobi.
Because I want to
see it's already calming down. I told you.
You think so, but from here it looks very, very shellac. Yeah,
it's very brown. It's brown.
No, it's not. My mother.
It's delayed gratification.
Says I'm the most beautiful person in the world.
Like boom.
Piggy sack. I think it's actually piggy sacking.
Sacking
is what it is.
It's winky sacking.
I thought it's carpet bagging.
It's tar and feathering.
It's a combination of piggybacking and teabagging. So it's a weird matchup. I knew Germans were into some freaky sexual stuff, but
just like Toby takes it a little bit too far. Let's
we
go.
Used to be. This has all calmed down. It's all over the internet.
Let's see them charts.
No.
Baby.
No. I wanted to have Toby on to cover with us, together with us.
Yes.
This next topic
Next
of
topic.
the Donovan Push. Since
Oh,
we're treading
boy.
on
Yep.
eggshells on this show,
This is the eggshell,
know?
eggshell treading show.
let's
yes.
fucking talk about it. So
Okay.
yeah,
it was
it's
a
whatever.
bit
Let
of
me just give you my,
oopsie.
like, it's whatever,
Oopsie.
whatever, and it's a promise coin, and of course it is. And but we also warned people of, you know, you maybe not wanna go and invest in that. But I think what I liked about it, what the idea at least, was that they have this multi-million-dollar, very successful marketing company in the mix as a partner to this project, and that is what kind of what I was really intrigued by, because they do Super Mole commercials and all this kind of stuff,
Super
and no other
Mole?
project.
Super
Super
Mole?
Mole?
Super Mole.
Mole.
Super
I had
Bowl.
one of those
You really
Super Moles
burrowed
taken
down
off
there.
of my face about 3 years ago. It
And
was
I
a
don't
good
know of
upgrade.
any
It was
other
laser.
project on
Is that the
Pulsechain.
Gophers that are over on Solana, the Super Mole.
Yeah,
Super
they're
Moles.
those are your drama buddies. Yeah, the Solana boys, the soy Lana.
The soy
No, but
boys. Yeah.
The
but hear me
Smoker
out.
Bowl
Like they were
commercials.
like really having this marketing team
Yeah.
in the back, and I was curious to see how they would explain people to come onto Pulsechain. That
Well,
was
now
all I
your-
was
Your
interested
answer
in.
is, you've got your answer. It's to tie your shoelaces together and then run the race.
And now it's all a shit show.
Yeah.
And people are so
No,
quick
come on
to like, done told you so, and
It's
you know?
just an oversight. It's you didn't
Is it
tell
what-
your
Yeah.
dev that there was a pulse chain representation, a copy, so to speak, of DAI, and it's
Right.
notated at this address. Even Richard called it out and said, "Guys, you should really take a look at the contract address
yeah, he did, yeah.
here
It's
and
very
note
easy.
that it's on pulse chain. Therefore,
Yeah, and Donovan's rebuttal was, yeah, that Pulsechain Explorer really sucks.
no,
Which, you know, who on here
You
was
guys-
saying that till day one?
from the
day
day
one?
one, the
Who
day
was
it
saying
launched,
that?
Ugh.
we said
Yours
this
truly.
is a steaming load of shit.
We need a better
The
blog
Explorer did
Explorer.
it. The Explorer,
But I
the
think
Explorer held the sacrifice.
I have a take on that though. But the thing is that I
Get me
think
out
is
of this
refreshing
position,
is that they
please. I
were
got this
they were
logo.
being they were being out. I was poking him.
Don't-
I was
don't do that.
the thing I found that was nice about it is that
Yeah.
they fessed up to it as soon as they caught it. They're trying to make it everyone whole that was even in LP during that period of time, and they're working diligently to relaunch. Which I saw some kind of funny tweets about that, where Donovan actually they were joking about a different name for it. And he said, I actually like relaunch. That's the new token name. So, hopefully this will, not be too big of a black eye for them. I have hopes that they will actually bring adoption to Pulsechain. This is one of the things that I thought was, something that was of the zeitgeist and made sense. So
Zeitgeist?
I enjoyed
Yeah,
participating
adoption
in it.
with the
I did
builders,
participate.
but don't you agree with the marketing side of it? Because if people
Yeah.
want to play with Pulse Launch, they must be on Pulsechain. There's nowhere else. So someone has to explain to them how to get there, and that is what I was kind of intrigued.
Yes, and,
by.
and I'm still excited. It's a little bit of a black eye, but it could be one of those things too where it has like this inverse effect, because when it first launched, it pumped like 4x right out of the gate. Didn't know about it until after Bloodbath.
Right.
And then they saw what was happening, and then they pulled the plug on the LP, made the announcement, and then they're worked out. But I think now that everyone's talking about it, it could almost be like a backward outrage marketing ploy to where people are more aware of it. Because think about it, like people that sacked didn't pump the price. People that heard about it came in after the fact and pumped the price.
Bought in.
So now
yeah,
there's even
true.
more people, right? So
Yeah.
now there's even more people that heard about it. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Please pump it so I can dump on your heads. And oh wait, is that allowed? Did I say that out loud?
No financial advice.
Kidding.
Damn,
Not financial advice. Not financial advice. But I wish them well. Donovan's a good guy, and hopefully it is a roaring success, and lots of new cool projects come out of it on Pulsechain.
Yeah. Well, we will surely find out. So shall we look at some charts? But we can't do Hex Classic, can we? Or are we doing
Yes!
that?
We can do them all,
we
baby.
can. Yes, we can.
I think.
But the
I think we
supreme
start
leader
off-
said no more of this shit.
Do you
baloney.
still have it or not?
Nah, he equivocated. He
course.
equivocated.
For the next 15
I'm
years, we
I'm
can
not
chart it.
ESing. It's not happening.
Then we chart it. I want to see.
You don't have your finger on the pulse of the Hex Pulse. Wait, you have
intended.
You have your finger on the pulse of Richard Hart's tokens.
Enough about this. Let's enjoy a segment that we lovingly and beautifully call
TA with Toby.
Break with the charts, mister.
All right. So, I watched.
We got a green arrow. This is winning.
That's where things are headed, boys. That way. Do you know what that is?
Wow.
That is the fourth dimension, which is time. I can guarantee the chart's heading that way. Now, how high up or down it will be by the time we get there, I can't really tell you.
What is that? Bitcoin.
So this is Bitcoin, and all this stuff on the bottom is Papa's heart rate from all of that monster energy. So I thought I'd show that really quick. So
for sure, that's my
careful,
EKG.
Careful, your wife will kill me if I let you die on stream. All right. So here's the dealio. As you recall from our lovely stream with Donovan and from before that even, I had this lovely fractal. Now the fractal I have kind of muted a bit in the back, and I'm doing that on purpose because I see everyone freaking out like, oh God, that's it. We're coming down, we're crashing. And everybody understands that typically as we run up into the halvening, the last two cycles in particular, we have pulled back with Bitcoin 39%. We run up to the halvening, pull back 39%. Then we start the parabolic run. That can be anywhere from 6 to 18 months, depending on, who you want to listen to and which crystal ball you prefer to gaze into, right? So if you look at this, you can see how obviously we got up there almost to my call of 74,000. We missed it by like $180 or something, $135, I think. 73,835. We missed by $165. My call was 74K. Purely from this fractal, which is whatever. And but if you look at this, I'm gonna enhance, as you say, I'm gonna enhance this because you can see we dip down here to where are we currently around 65, 66K, 60, 65. We're right at about 65K. I'm going to enhance the fractal, which is in yellow. Now watch this. Wham. As you can see, we're still in that same kind of pattern. Even in the fractal, it jumped up to the top here and pulled all the way down. How much? From the top of the fractal down to the bottom of this thing, it pulled down 20%. And what have we pulled down so far? About 20%. Yeah, and then 20%. It went back up, and then it kind of trended sideways, and then we round over. Now, am I saying that that's what's going to happen? I don't know. I'm just saying that's what the fractal did. So if we are going to continue to follow the fractal like we have pretty much all the way through, then basically we're going to make it to about mid-April. And maybe we'll round over already and pull back that 39%, which could take us from, if that is indeed the first top, the pre-halvening top, and we go back 39%, then you're looking at back down in this level, which is around 45, 46K.
But this time is different.
With this time is different.
With the Black Rock and all that. I'm this 20%, 14K, 20% pullback. I would rather say that was a big game of squeezing longs. Like they put out all these narratives. 250K Bitcoin next. Other haste today. There's an article, $1 million Bitcoin is putting out. And did I say 240K hex? No, I meant 240K Bitcoin. And then they got everybody long, basically, is what I'm saying. And then pulled the rug underneath it, liquidated all these long trades. Then everybody said, oh my God, 61, 60K. This goes lower, then everybody went short, and they pumped it back up to 65K. So they're playing that kind of a game. The agency.
The deep state.
The
Wall Street is trying to pick each other's pockets. They think that we're just an ancillary little rounding error over here with
our like Wall Street, right?
But do you think BlackRock is involved in these kind
of course,
long pulls? I mean, they have like policies to not wreck their own investments and shit. Like,
what are you talking about?
Maybe
this time is different.
Who's gonna police them? Who's gonna grab them and
oh yes, the Wild West. Yeah, you're right.
And Gary Gensler's gonna say, "See, I told you so."
Yeah. Like the little baby parrot's gonna squawk into town and smack their hands for lining his pockets and his friends' pockets.
I suspect that Ethereum is a security, and I would like to put the kibosh on any kind of ETF talks until we find out how Bitcoin works for the next 20 years.
I'm having kibosh for lunch.
Ah, kibosh.
Borash.
Delicious. So tasty. All right. So anyhow,
Pulsechain.
that's Bitcoin. Now, wait. You said to zoom in, enhance, blah, 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 all that stuff. So here's
Enough.
the dealio. Just so we don't go out
Cup
here with
and
gloom and
handle.
doom of the 39% pullback, here's something to keep in mind as we move on to the next charts. If we do go ahead and get back up to 74, that's only, what do we say? We pull back 20%. If that's as high as it goes before the halvening, and then we round over later, we're all going down with it, boys. I'm sorry. Not even Richard Hart can fight the market. And if we round over and we pull down 39%, the bleeding's not over for all the RH tokens and everything else. So Sami or anybody else can like spin any narrative they like. However, if we are indeed pulling down 39% after the pre-halvening pump, lock in, right? And if you got any dry powder left, which
what are you talking about? Dry powder?
Dry what? My powder is moist.
I remember dry powder. I remember the concept of dry powder. But yeah, if you got any more of that left, you might want to be ready to deploy. So not financial advice.
We've been saying that for 3 years.
Deploy.
Keep your dry powder. Keep your day job.
It's like that GIF of what is it? The little rascals throwing the money out the window. That's pretty much my DCA strategy since fucking 2017.
Spanky McFarlane. Spanky,
exactly.
not the little rascal.
Spanky. Great.
I feel like Spanky McFarlane lately, dude. It's like
I'll spank you, McFarlane. Hurry up.
Yay, easy.
We have a nice compliment here from Willie. Amazing. You guys are better than the Three Stooges. So there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is fun. Well, and the chemistry's real. We actually enjoy each other's company. So this is you guys just get in on the jokes.
Shut up, knucklehead, and break with the charts.
Pulsechain.
Whoop. All right. So that's that. And then basically here's the deal. So if we round over, pull back 40% as usual, and then we start the parabolic run, we're looking at September of 24 all the way to March, April of 25 is where I'm showing a top on Bitcoin between 92,000 and 110,000. By March of 25 is what this fractal's kind of pointing at, in my opinion, and it kind of lines up with these the larger white parallel channel, which me and I love my parallel channels. That's kind of where it would go, but that doesn't mean that's where it would stop. Now, Richard Hart famously called 240,000. So
good enough.
it could be blue sky. I mean, basically after 74K, it's a blue sky breakout. So who knows how far it could go? Not to get moon mathy, but that plays better in my brain. Keeps me coping more if I have a little moon math than if we're looking at the downside constantly. So that's that. Now, if we're going to go ahead and kick over to the beloved HEX
Classic.
We got just like it's just a breakdown of monumental proportions. So basically, let's me go to the daily. I was on the 4 hour there to let's see if we can make this a little more readable.
Enhance vertical drop. There we go. There it looks.
We can see this big red candle with the giant wick down. Now here's the kicker. Here's what I want people to be aware of.
We broke out.
Before I zoomed in, let me zoom back out. Look at the big long white parallel channel that we've been talking about forever. And we speculated I've been doing this since the top of this is back to September of 21, which was our all-time high, right? And
did you say $10 EHEX?
Yes. Yeah, I know. It's laugh at me now. You were cheering me 3 weeks ago, DJ.
I know.
And now you're laughing
I'm cheering you now, man. Let's go.
I'm crying.
I'm laughing through my tears. So anyhow, it's a parallel channel for sure. Bull flag, that was always a stretch, but if it was, then that's where we were saying maybe we were going to, by spring of 25. Consequently, when Bitcoin, from my previous conversation a moment ago, would be topping out around 100 to 240K, would be when this pattern would indicate that HEX would be $10. Does that look likely now? Yeah, pretty Bleaksville. But, if it did, holy shit bags, if you bought now and it went to $10, that's a pretty good run, my friends.
Well, we did quite the measured move there, sir.
Quite the measure move. But we're looking shorter term time frames.
With $1,000 of liquidity, you'll be fine.
Now, here's the key. The reason I brought up that parallel channel again is because as we came down from the tweet, the infamous tweets. Now, I'd like to say just briefly, Richard did not push the sell button. I think people overreacted, and we are seeing it play out on the charts. HEX dumpage wicked all the way down here to 0016. If you recall, the post big payday dump was 0022. So for the first time, we actually went below the big payday dump.
Yeah.
the big payday. So
And
that's
then
pretty amazing. And
we did-
we came up above, and
so-
then we kind of chopped around a little bit, and then we wicked down below it again, and then we've kind of been chopping sideways, but generally trending down. Now, just to give you guys a little perspective on what may be playing out with this, and something else to be aware of. Look what held. We closed above. This is on the daily. If you go to the 4 hour, it's a little more fun, I think. You can see here, it literally closed 2 days right on the white support. So that was the double, the 0.0019, the double trouble, 0019, which week before last, or let's see, Tuesday before last, I called on Maddie's show and said, hey, I would be looking for support there. And at that point, we had already bounced and we were way up here somewhere. So that's where I was like, hey, keep an eye out. I think we could see support here. And I actually bought the dip there. Call me an idiot, but I bought the dip. And now here's what's interesting about that. Here's not all the way to the bottom of the wick. I'm just saying from that support to where we currently are, HEX is up 31% after the bloodbath. Now, if we want to go all the way to the wick to just really pad my numbers here, remember that we had 31% from the support up to where we are now. We're up 80% if you want to go to the bottom of the wick, the bottom of the worst of it. Keep that in mind. Now, traveling forward here, as you can see, parallel channel, everybody was watching my bullshit. This is how it goes. If we break out of this parallel channel, upside move would get us back up around half a penny, right? So we got a lot of stuff to deal with here. Here's the 21 EMA. We've been trying to get above it, and we just can't quite seem to break above that 21 EMA. Right now, it looks like if this is legit, one second, if this is legit, we get and we get out of this orange descending channel, it looks like we're trying to get above it, and we're kind of finding support on it right now. Could we buy
Pulsechain?
It's over.
Pulsechain.
Pulsechain, please. God damn it.
I'm trying to get there, but
And,
it's
and
like
another thing, Toby, hold on a
People
second. Wait,
want
a
this stuff.
little stage advice. I know you take these little notes very seriously when I give them to you. You've got this thing where you lean off camera and away from your microphone like this on every important thing, and you're still talking. No. You lean into the microphone and then turn your head so we can hear your voice even more, like Eric Cross. Get it on, get Pulsechain. God damn it.
I'm trying, man. Jesus Christ on a cracker. All right. So here's the deal. Crypto Bigfoot. Thank you, sir. Somebody's paying attention out there. Fucking ADD salad in this goddamn joint. All right. So, anyhow,
30 seconds.
I swear to God, I will take your fedora and I will shove it up your.
No, it's not a fedora. It's a pork
Toby.
pie. A pork pie.
You were saying about the great HEX.
Thank you, DJ. So our first and original beloved HEX. If we find support on this orange descending parallel channel, then perhaps we're making a move higher, and like the upside, the full extended move of that would be around half a penny. If not, we could be breaking back down, and if we do, then we'd be looking back.
You did it again.
Double zero.
God damn it.
I have to look at. I can't see it, Papa. That's what I'm trying to explain. This screen is
turn
huge.
your head and stick to your mic. Come closer to your mic.
But I get my face over there so I can see the numbers, bro.
Yes, do that.
If I turn like this to talk to you,
it's okay.
I can't see the numbers. I have to literally do this.
Oh, geez. Then
unfuck
your shit, bro.
No, it's not unfuck. It's unfuck my eyes. Right? It's like I'm doing. These are readers. And
enhance
these.
Let's get to
these.
Pulsechain.
Okay, that's the end of that. So next, let's go happily, gaily forward, as my brother would say, never straight. We'd go to PHEX. Now, here's the deal.
Great
Hex
coin.
Pulschain. Now, here's the deal. Quite frankly, honestly, I'd have to go back and watch last week's stream. I fucked around with this chart a little bit. I think this was the same pattern we were paying attention to. Pretty sure it was, but it is. Now that I think about it, it is, because it was an ascending parallel channel. Everything else had a descending, so it was like a head pointing down dragon body. This one's like he's like craning his neck up. So this thing is, it's painful, but it is what it is. And if we're gonna kind of zoom in here to kind of see what happened after the death candle day, the 13th of March, beware the Ides of March. March 13th was when he made the tweet. It took about a day later. It took about a day later for the fallout to kind of like play out. So we thought for PHEX, right? Because everyone kind of assumed EHEX is dead, long live PHEX, everything's going to flood over that away. If we do the measured move here,
why didn't
from
it,
the
Toby,
wick
in your opinion?
from the wick low,
why didn't it?
then we literally since then have not come back up at all. We're actually down another 8%. So if you recall, if God help you, if you could follow any of this nonsense with all the distraction on EHEX from the support, we're up 30% still. From the wick low, we're up 80% on EHEX. On this one, we've actually continued to go down lower. Now, we can all speculate why that is. I think the broader markets are really driving things. That's why I started with Bitcoin this week. So goes Bitcoin, so goes Ethereum, so goes all this other stuff. You start to lose faith in the overall markets. People's lettucey hands get even lettucier, if that's a word, and they're more likely to sell and less likely to buy. The confidence is shaken, right? So I think that's kind of what's going on across the board in the RH tokens. And once the confidence returns with Bitcoin and Ethereum, then we're going to start to see these things turn around. I think there's tons of buying opportunities here. We're kind of right in the middle of a pattern here, about 3/4 of the way down, to be frank. And I could see support on this one about a penny, just a hair over a penny. So, that's where I'd be looking for support on this if we continue to the bottom of this pattern before we'd reverse on HEX on Pulsechain. So next we could go to Pulse. You want to do Pulse? Okay, now here's Pulse, and there's that upward facing dragon head I was talking about with the white parallel channel. Now, we were hoping last week, because we were at the top of the channel, hey, maybe there's a measured move in play here. And over the next week or so, we could break out of that measured move and go back and retouch all-time highs.
I know.
Sorry, booby prize, y'all. We moved down, and interestingly enough, we moved down almost the entire measured move of the size of the parallel channel.
Yeah,
which is
way to
what we
fuck up
we
the
would expect.
sentiment.
Dude, I'm telling you, right?
I
Talk
blame you,
about just-
Dragon.
It's a buzz. Damn you,
Maybe it's a
dragon.
bull with 2 horns.
So yeah, could something. I don't know what it is. It's a tapeworm. So basically we broke down through the bottom. We're trying to come back up here. It looks like we're finding support on the 200 EMA right now. Trying to work our way back up to the 55 EMA and then maybe back into this pattern and we start forming something new. So that's kind of where that's at now. It looks like we have bounced a bit and right now we're above that 200 EMA. We were below it for 2 days. So now we're above it. Let's hope we stay above it and start to build a base and go forward. But once again, broader markets are going to be a bigger indicator than anything else at all, in my opinion.
Move on to Pulsex and let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go Pulsex. So now Pulsex, we also had this big, long, ascending parallel channel. And we talked before about this bottom little outlier, and we could put another channel down there to do so. And what we were looking at last week, if you guys recall, was the measured move, right? So we had made the measured move on this one already. We had made the measured move when we broke out and we started to round over. And then last week, a week ago today, we were right around here, right at the top of that channel. And I was saying, hey, if all the stars align and everything's good, then maybe, God willing, we will find support on the top of that channel and continue upward and then move back up here around sack rate. But alas, the Ides of March, whatever you want to call it, the death tweet, the overreaction by the lettuce-handed people, the panic sellers, wham, it pulled this down along with everything else, and we came down.
What other words
chopped
can we come up with for them?
I don't know. It is wham. Wham's a good one. Wham.
Whamsikins.
It's like,
Wimps.
Quick aside, I loved Wham back in the 80s. I loved them.
Yeah.
The thing is
Get us the fuck out of here, DJ.
The naivete.
Please, I beg you. Roll the outro.
We got one more chart. Relax. Well, you got to go re-hit your monster.
Hit the sack.
I'm hitting it
Take another
now.
sip of your
To
monster.
stay awake from
Jesus.
this boredom. Hurry up.
Oh my God. So
We got
I don't
208
even
people
know.
watching. Smash the likes.
Jeez,
Oh my
Louise.
God.
Smash these.
What's going on today?
So
Lettuce hands.
I don't know. Lettuce hand something. What was I saying? So yeah. So we chopped around on the bottom and we found support on the bottom of the parallel channel. Hey, these patterns are working. This is so
Toilet paper
crazy.
hands was awesome.
How could that possibly? These are my
Toilet
lettuce.
paper.
Lettuce
Please
hands.
continue, Toby.
So the pattern is
Forward,
working. What I'm
march.
trying to say is these patterns are real, right? So
Yes.
here we are. We closed, and then right here's next daily candle right there. Found support on that channel, or on the bottom of that channel, and worked our way up. And we're trying to get above now the 55 EMA on this daily chart. And we've wicked above it, but we're currently below it. So hopefully we will work our way north. If not, I'd be looking for support. Sorry, at 3 zeros. What is that? Jesus Christ. Four zeros and a 5. 4 zeros and a 5 is where I'd be looking for support, and that would be a potentially a buying zone if you'd use those things anymore.
Please give generously, folks. We're trying to buy Toby some more eyes.
So last chart, Solana.
Solana. We're going on. Last but not least, we're going to Ink.
Ooh.
And I even played around with some Fibonacci retracement stuff, but we're not going to go into that because we can't. However, we hit the golden pocket and we've come back out of it. So anyone that knows, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. So we're not going to go into that because Papa will never let me explain that because he wants out of here. He's got to go
golden pockets.
He's got to refill his sippy
My
cup.
wife has a golden pocket.
Hey, the golden pocket on that lady. So basically what happened, we broke out of the parallel channel on this guy and we had this thing. Let me move that out of the way. Oh God, look out. Move this out of here.
Look up below.
So we had this this yellow line here, this vertical line. That was the measured move. We had actually gone up above it a bit. And then last week we were kind of marching on up and we were hoping maybe it would continue. And then what happens? We get the tweet, the infamous tweet, and the overreaction. And I was adding this extra little ascending parallel channel there. And the white measured move of that, we actually went beyond that just a bit, and we're working our way back up. We are now finding we went through the 21 EMA, and now we are back above it and finding a bit of support there. So, do we correct here and start working our way back up? Maybe. So we will see.
But Ink has the best chart, I think.
Ink's got a pretty good looking chart. Ink's looking pretty, like as far as recoveries go. I mean, Ink's looking pretty good. And then if you recall, we had this broader channel, like we had actually doubled up this channel to include these bottom points. And that's why that we had this longer vertical line that we were anticipating, because we were all feeling bullish last week. Thanks, Rich. Basically, what ended up happening is that didn't play out. But had it, then we would have been looking at getting back toward $24. So that's what we were anticipating, but that did not happen. So we pulled back. No. And you know what? Honestly, in the grand scheme of things with crypto in general, if you're pulling back, you're rebuilding a base, especially after some of these big run-ups. Like Ink in particular is a great example. What do we do? A 13x, since January or something. If you just can't go straight up forever. You got to pull back, let things cool off. Was there a thumb on the scale or an elbow or a double chin? I don't know. Whatever tipped the scales in favor of a cool off.
Speaking of double chins, we're out of time. So Toby, thank you very much for your service.
See you later.
And you folks that want to get a double dose of double dipping Toby with a double chin, he's going to be hosting his own after What the Hex show, which begins after our show and continues on with Toby yakking it up for hours and hours.
Wow. Papa will be blocked from that.
I'm going to be blocked. It's a Papa-less show. It's awesome. You're going to love it. Old man Stink is gone. Let's get out of here, DJ.
No, thank you very much,
Adios,
Toby.
thanks,
That was
guys.
amazing TA. Do we have any loose
Christ.
ends to tie up, or do we just ride into the sunset on this one? We got 40
Loose
people
ends are for
watching on
next
YouTube.
episode, where you can enjoy your loose end show.
Yes, and 180 watching us on Twitter. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, everyone.
Means the world to us. Thank you so much. Smash the like, subscribe, all that jazz, and we're out. Outro.